Yo, press record. What's up? You're listening to Zero to X. My name is Daniel, and today with me, as always,
Hey guys, it's your boy Amara.
what's up?
I'm good, man.
Guy, I have been listening to. There was a bro. I just realized. So, guys, this is the backstory. So, Amara and I decided to start Zero to X sometime late last year.
Mm-hmm.
Things happened, we couldn't logistically pull it off. We had to make serious logistical changes and
Daniel,
sacrifices.
Have you just bust your head just a little bit? I have recordings from when we tried. Guys,
On Zoom!
we tried on Zoom. Oh my god. The devil is a liar.
The devil is a liar!
I have recordings. I was going through my Zoom folders.
Oh my
you know how you
God.
record on
Yeah,
Zoom and
yeah.
it says in folders on your
Yeah.
desktop. I was going through them and I was
You're
listening
like,
to one of
God.
them. I was like, this was us. It's Ruth's ex attempt.
Yeah.
Oh God, we've gone such a long
Yeah,
way.
but that was like November, December.
Dude.
We were like, we need to make logistical changes and more sacrifices to
Yes,
make
more
this happen,
sacrifices.
and
yes.
to make this happen. And then we did. We have since the middle of January, and save for very pertinent circumstances that we either couldn't do anything about or that were just unforeseen and needed to be tended to at that point in time. We've shot every weekend this year so far, right? Except for a couple of weekends. I already mentioned that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Except for a couple of weekends, but we've shot majority of the weekends so far.
yeah,
Sometimes 2-3 episodes a day.
yeah.
And I remember Amar and I get along as well as we do because we have shared values with a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that we like to do is to put our very best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when we started this thing, I got a voice training course, sent Amar the login.
You've not sent it to me.
I've not sent it to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Guys, I redeemed myself. I was even going to come and meet in that place. I need to train my voice, for my people, the people who listen. Anyway.
So I got a voice training course.
Yeah.
Then Amar just comes to me one Sunday after church. I was like, guy, there's this course that we have to buy.
Bro.
And I'm like, what or who is this guy that I just take a look and I'm like, yeah, we're making this commitment. It was hefty.
It was hefty, bro.
God helped us. God honestly helped us.
It was hefty, bro.
And then we made the commitment, and then the course was a communications course, right? And the more we started becoming aware of the skill of communication, the more we realized that we are doing a lot of loss.
Bro. Guys,
it was taking us twice as long
Ah.
to vet episodes because things were just scattering Amara's head, and it was like,
But things are, bro.
guy, I can't move past this mentally.
Bro.
I was like, try.
Bro.
So then something I started doing was to listen to other great communicators.
And he recommends it as well on the course.
You listen to them, how
You begin
they
to
are
pick,
able
you
to
begin to pick
structure
out
their,
things from them.
structure their thinking, how they're
Yes.
able to communicate.
Yes,
And I'm like, God, you are so good. How do you do this?
bro.
Alex Hormozy will blow your mind the moment you realize how tricky, how challenging communicating effectively can be.
Yes.
Because
No, Hormozy is good.
he communicates. I don't want
He
to say
holds your
high level
attention
thoughts.
well.
He holds your attention well.
And he's not speaking.
And he's not
high
speaking
level
low.
English.
Yeah.
He
Like
keeps it very simple.
you just be like, yes, sir, speak to my destiny, change it. Do you understand? Even the unpopular one, and I know I'm getting into a little bit of tricky waters here, right? Andrew Tate, as a communicator, let me stress,
Please, oh.
that man has held our attention for the last 2 years. How and why?
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to a 3-4 hour episode of Andrew Tate? The man is brilliant. The thinking, how the thoughts are caught. I have almost never heard him stutter. I have almost never heard him use filler words. Right?
Like communication, man.
Communication as a skill, my
Yeah.
God. I listen to Jordan Peterson and I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life? Jordan Peterson is able to explain
Complex
really, really complex stuff
ideas.
in a way that you can see the empathy. You know it might be a little tricky to follow the conversation
Yeah.
if you don't have a certain level of sophistication. I will not lie to you.
I told Daniel one
it
day.
can be tricky.
This man can stress somebody's brain.
But bro, guess what I was doing last night?
What?
Because I knew we were coming to shoot 0 to X today. I found out that there is this debate. They call them the Monk debates, M-U-N-K debates.
Never heard of it.
There's this chick I used to text, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk, she just teases me like, Daniel, PD. Anytime we're talking, I have a dictionary open because there are some things you say that I have to honestly go and check the meaning in the dictionary.
I had somebody like that in my
life.
Bro,
for the first time in my life, I was watching this. There was YouTube on my iPad. There was
Google search.
on my phone.
Google search.
What is this word?
What?
Bro, I was pausing every 15 seconds. Because I'm like, I got the context of the word, like the context of what it is they're trying to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what does that word mean? And you realize that they're not just making up word salads. They're not just throwing in big words just because they want to sound impressive.
Yeah.
They just have to use those words because those words
are the best at
exactly
describing the thing.
And I'm like, bro, there is still a bit of a ways to go with this. A lot of a ways to go with being excellent communicators. So guys, I want to say thank you. We've been suffering you.
Guys. Oh, we appreciate you.
We have so much love for you guys.
But again, if you followed us from the beginning, you would have noticed the growth. I think
there is growth. I'm happy. I think there is growth in how well we communicate ideas and thoughts these days.
Yeah.
I think there definitely has been growth.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get better. Bro, I was up watching that thing for like 2 hours.
No, it is going to get better.
Like the Monk debate, I was like, people are thinking in this life.
Bro.
Like people are thinking and communicating in this life.
Yeah.
Like guys, if you have the time, check it out. Monk debates, M-U-N-K debates on YouTube. Was started by Peter Monk, M-U-N-K. Just check it out. If that's the sort of thing that interests you, weird things interest me. I'm a pretty boring person. So yeah, I just honestly put that as an aside. That communication as a skill, my God.
It takes a lot. And for me, one of the biggest things I like about, I say these things in a number of ways, but one of the biggest things I like about the concept of growing is in a lot of areas, experiencing real-time feedback on your growth. 100%. So like I said, if you've been following our progression, you would notice that
we know, we see, we listen, and we're like, okay,
yeah,
we use less filler words here,
less stuttering,
or there's less stuttering here.
Yes.
Oh, we're ending on the right kind of intonation.
We're understanding how to
pause, how to not talk over each other. Exactly, not talk over each other. Let it
Unless
marinate.
I'm laughing on top of
exactly,
and
that happens. That happens all the time. So guys, like, it's just been interesting to see growth. So guys, absolutely share the wins that you've been having.
Yes, please.
About
please.
Things that you wanted to work on.
Yes.
And you've been seeing progress about it. Absolutely share your wins. We'd love to see it. We'd love to hear it.
So bro, where's this conversation going today?
Picking off of what I said about wins.
Okay.
It can happen. In fact, it has happened to me.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people will be able to relate to this.
Okay.
That it is possible that you set a goal or you had a goal in mind. You set the goal, you figured out what you were supposed to do to achieve that goal. And you did everything. And it doesn't come through.
I said in the last episode, there's a trend now. I don't want to explain.
I don't want to explain.
I'm tired of explaining myself. Oh God.
So what do you do? How do you pick yourself up? How do you move ahead? Right? Because there is really only so much disappointments or discouragements a person can take. Even it says in the Christian Bible, hope deferred makes the heart grow faint. Yeah. You can't just keep on hoping. I know that there are entire families that they've been having, and there are people, entire lives, livelihoods, destinies, and people that have been having that sense of, it's almost here. Yes. That big break is almost here. Yeah. And then it's seeming like something is about to look like it, but then that thing just falls through.
And I think it's especially harder when nobody in your immediate circle, your family, has experienced that big break. Yeah. So you've been struggling all your life.
Pretty much.
You've been struggling all your life.
I think even worse still, maybe if you
bro, that's
the good life.
Statement you just made, bro, hope deferred
Hope deferred.
makes the heart grow faint.
Hope deferred makes the heart grow faint.
That summarizes it, man. So how do you
navigate that?
Nah, bro. This brings back memories from when I applied to BAMO.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
Made it to the final interview stage. And then got okay, let me explain it well so my listeners have enough context.
Yeah.
Made it to final interviews, finished final interviews. There was basically two categories of people.
Yeah.
People who got called and people who got emailed. If you got an email, you were rejected. If you got a call, you were selected. There was no in between. At least not that I know of. There was no in between. And I missed my call.
See, guys, I've heard the story before, but every time he says it still, when he says, it's not as if they don't call me. They calls me, but
Bro. But you know what's wild? The babe called and went on vacation holiday. So it was kind of like that thing where this is one of my last activities for the day. I'm just going to officially give these guys their congratulatory calls, and then I'm going on leave.
Yeah.
Like I'm going on leave for the year.
Bro.
I called back, man. International number, I didn't even care. I called back.
Didn't care about it. What's that?
Time I started calling. So like, and the thing was, we already knew the people who had received
emails.
You get. So the calls were coming in one after the other. We already emailed people had been emailed. You get. I kept trying to call. Eventually, I was able to reach I think somebody else in the department of HR. I can't remember what it was. But then the person told me, "Oh, that this babe has actually just gone on leave. Like she literally had that was her last activity for the day, and she just gone."
That's just wild.
And bro, and that I should try calling her back. I think I was in January because this was early December.
Yeah.
I should try calling her back. She took her leave like towards
the
December.
End of the year,
so try calling her back in January. Bro, I can't remember how the whole thing played out. In fact, you know that some of those memories I want to delete.
You just want to delete from your brain, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I can't fully remember. But then I remember January came. It became a situation of, oh, this role has been given to somebody else.
Yeah.
We would like to still have you on board if you're interested in pursuing a career in compliance. I knew zilch about compliance. So they said they would just need to do another final round of interviews with me if I was interested in pursuing that. And that I would need to, what's the word now? Go and learn about compliance, because they knew I didn't know anything about compliance. I'm going there for sales and trading.
Yeah.
You're taking me into compliance. Like,
yeah.
I started studying PwC and Deloitte material like a crazy person. Like,
yeah.
Bro. And so all of that happened, and long story short, I didn't get in.
Yeah.
Heart-wrenched.
Doesn't even begin to describe how you felt.
It doesn't do justice to how I felt, bro. It was the absolute ghetto. I was in the mud of muds. I was like, you know, when you have poured your soul into something. Like, I don't think I had ever gone harder at anything prior to that. Was 2018. So I don't think I had ever gone harder for anything in my life prior to that experience. I put the best foot of my best foot. I put my best foot forward. You know, when I need to explain how crazy it was. Like, I met everybody who was a top tier person. I met people who worked in the company. I had gotten all sorts of advice, all sorts of help, all sorts of fine tuning.
Like, you went hard on it. You went full throttle. Like, this is what I want to do.
I didn't get it, man. Bro,
that's crazy.
I know. Casually for 2 weeks, I was just living from mattress to shower, back to mattress. Like, I think I made it to shower a couple of times. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy.
I can imagine.
I think when you talk about this, that story is it. That's my experience with this.
Yeah.
Like my hope was shattered. And I think one thing that helped, you just get to a point where you're like, what's the end goal of your life, Amara?
Yeah.
This was a means to the end.
This was a means to the end.
It was not the end in itself. That was what picked me up.
That's a very interesting way to think about things.
I won't deny the fact that it took more than 2 weeks to even think clearly.
Yeah, 2 weeks you tried, man. I don't think some people.
Bro,
2 weeks you tried, man.
I couldn't think clearly for 2 whole weeks. I didn't know what was going on in my life. Nothing was making sense. I just wanted to be alone.
I can imagine what that's like,
me, bro.
Like I can imagine what that's like. Like I beg.
And you know what's wild? It wasn't showing in my day to day. It was just something where I'm not trying to. What's the word now? Take that out on anybody.
Yeah.
Do you get? I'm not trying to be bitter towards anybody because of that. So I would rather just be left alone.
Yeah, I hear that.
Me? But then it took a lot of. I really needed to drum that into my head. This, because I knew before I applied, I know what the end goal is. This is a means. But the problem with applications is that the more you continue to advance through the stages, like 4 or 5 stages of interviews, the more keep advancing, the more invested you are.
100%.
So, and for me, this was a final year situation. Like, there's going to be very few opportunities that give you this kind of quote unquote jackpot opportunity, and jackpot was not the goal.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But like jackpot accompanied with every other privilege that comes with this opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you get? But I had to keep reminding myself, this was a means. This was a means to the end.
Bro, I honestly don't think there is any better answer.
This was a means.
I don't think there is any better answer to how to deal with that kind of heartbreak and discouragement. And again, the circumstances that you did everything you were supposed to do.
Bro.
It's not a thing where you are like you don't feel so bad because you know that there was something you could have done that you didn't do.
Yeah.
Even with that, even if it's a little, like the heartbreak and discouragement will still be there.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think there is a better piece of advice to give to anybody than what you just said. Realizing that whatever thing it was you were trying, we obviously do not understand the context and nuances of the situation, right?
Yes.
But there is a chance that more than likely that route was a means to an end. And whenever you were able to gather yourself back up together, because I know how those kind of heartbreaks can be. I have unfortunately had more than one of those experiences.
I've had one more, but it's not to share.
one of them, the one that was crazy.
Yeah.
Was, and it could not have been worse timing. It was NYSC. That was about the time my mom fell sick. And that was when I was sort of upgrading in my consulting career. I was moving from charging.
I know that time.
You remember that period?
Yeah.
I was moving. Guy, I came to Amara like, Amara, I need money management to like.
Yeah.
Remember? I'm like, this is about to drop. I think, what did I charge the company then? And it was really good looks, man.
Yes, it was. Especially for that point
time,
in your life.
It was in the tens of thousands of dollars, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
for that engagement.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need money management. We'll put you something.
We didn't want to trade. We didn't want to waste the money. The money will not land. Will not just.
You understand? No, we were planning for it from the beginning, you know. And very similar to Amara.
Yeah.
There was something that needed to be redone or retouched or just gone over again. In the entire proposal and the engagement, but I was in Cross River State serving, and for some reason the company could not reach me.
Oh yes, even I couldn't reach you.
Even Amara couldn't reach me. They couldn't reach me then. I came back, like I just stopped by in like Lagos to see my mom, see my family, and like those kind of things, right? And I then spoke to my contact at the company. I was like, guy, we looked for you.
I remember this conversation.
Guy, we looked for
I
you.
remember this conversation.
We looked for you. We called. We distanced. And I was like, what do I say?
Bro.
How do I behave?
Bro.
How do I react? Bro, and like the follow-up literally from the moment we got talking till them finding out that, okay, I do this kind of strategy stuff and whatnot, to like the freebies that I gave them. No, I was in my bag, man. Like I did everything that was supposed to be done to land. Like the engagement was as good as, okay, I'm sending you your down payment.
Yeah.
It was at that point. And they just couldn't reach for some reason. So I was like, bro, this is life-changing money that people pray for, that families.
Guys, I think it's important to understand the opportunity I shared and the opportunity Daniel shared and why they were such pivotal opportunities.
Yeah.
Because we were at points in our lives where we knew that this will transform.
This like
transformational money.
Like, bro, transform, and then the amount of leverage we would get, the amount of space,
the amount of
space
boost,
to think, like the boost, like we don't run one, we go and turn another one again, we run again, like that's bro. That was what, and that one is even kind of light. There are a couple others I can think about, like nah, but I think the best thing, I think the most actionable thing anybody can actually do is what Amara said. Because how I deal with things is I really, really trust God's ability in me. Yes. So I don't believe that there's anything I can handle at the end of the day.
Yes.
So Same. It's almost as if I don't even take time to dwell on the fact that I missed that opportunity for whatever reason.
That's the version of me now.
Yeah, that's Amara now as well. Yes. Right? Because he doesn't.
It's growth.
It's growth.
It's growth.
Because even I was having a conversation with my pastor some weeks ago, and I was like, Daniel, I know you don't think, but you start thinking. And I'm looking like the only way for me to actually do that I know right now is to not think, because if you think, it becomes, it's like almost, it's overloads and overflow. It becomes really, really overwhelming.
Yeah.
Things will literally paralyze your ability to execute.
Yes.
But obviously, like, there are contexts and nuances to that conversation where I could understand what he's saying, and I have been putting them into practice.
Yeah.
But for me, I just don't think.
Yeah.
Because I just trust God's ability in me, the gifts he has given me, the hard work. Guys, I've worked, and I will not even lie to you, I've worked hard. I've read, studied, I've worked, I'm paying my dues in the industries that I need to pay them. I won't lie to you guys, like, I'm not boasting. It's not a thing of, I know what I'm doing. I know the sacrifices and the comments I have to hear here and there just because I'm living my life the way I'm living my life, right? So I'm not going to apologize for that. I know what I'm doing to get what I want. But guys, my way of solving this thing is I just don't think about it. I just move on to the next one. And this stems from the fact that I trust God's ability in me. The fact that I am gifted and I have put in the work and I'm paying my dues. And what is mine, I strongly believe will come to me. There are some times that I know, see, and maybe this might be a lesson from somebody. There are some doors you need to go back and knock again.
Guys, I think if you take away anything from what we just said, take this. If you seek,
honestly speaking,
no matter how long,
you will find.
If you knock,
that door
was cracked.
It must. Nobody is that delusional yet.
Nobody.
Like really nobody. At the point that like, Daniel, who is that?
Who's that?
At a point in time. So I think this feeds back into, it's kind of reverse engineering the mindset we have about that makes us deal with these things the way we do. And it's just how much we own what the things that we want.
Yes.
This thing is my own.
Yeah.
That job, that role, that industry, that career is mine.
It's mine.
Like, you don't care, you don't send. Is mine.
Yeah.
We talked about having the courage to write your own story and pursue your own path sometime last week.
Yeah.
In the last 2 episodes or something. you need to own what it is you want to do and burn your bridges. Guys, the way Amara's burnt his bridge, like, bro, the bridge, you know how there is a place in the Bible that says that there is hope for a tree that has been cut down and sent of this one, no flood of water will resurrect that bridge. He burnt it and burnt the ashes that there's nothing remaining. Same thing with my brother. Like, I think of that young man and I'm like, yeah, you're actually crazy.
Bro.
I know how many and again, we can only compare notes in future, 5 years down the line. That's what's crazy.
Patrick David said it.
We can only compare
let's
notes.
just come back 5-10 years.
5-10 years and see it. Exactly.
That's just what it is.
That's really what it is.
You can't compare notes in the present, sorry.
So
you can only compare in the future.
The moment you have said, Omo, this one, let me get them.
Yeah.
Like, you sit on that thing, whatever it is, guys, it will come to you.
That's the beauty of persistence.
It will come to you.
That's the beauty of persistence.
It will come to you. You can't knock once and leave it like that. Like, there are so many stories that are coming.
Bro, I just remember the verse from scripture. If your strength fails in the day of
you are
adversity,
weak.
You are weak.
Like, that's savage. That is so savage.
Bro.
Oh my God.
So again, guys, I think the way to think about this would be that at the end of the day, you can choose to want to blame your end point of your life on all the things that happened to you.
Yeah.
But somebody out there had your exact same situation.
One worse.
Somebody out there had worse
and made it worse.
And made it better.
Like, guys, I need you to know and understand that there's no excuse in this life that you can possibly give that would justify you not succeeding.
Somebody has had it worse.
Like, see, unfortunately, there have been people that have been born without arms and legs and they've lived beautiful lives.
Lived beautiful lives. There's people that have been mutilated.
Yeah.
Yes. And they still live beautiful lives.
People born in the most devastating circumstances in the most dangerous cities and countries of the world, and they made something of themselves.
Yeah.
Guys, I think a mindset for you to adopt is that this is the thing you want, right? This is the life you want, right?
I remember an analogy you gave, but finish your mindset.
Yeah, like, this is the life you want, right? Nothing is going to stop you from, like, they did not born their papa well.
Let me not land the analogy. Daniel gave an analogy in one of the previous episodes. He said he thinks about his life like him standing in front of a train, a cargo train on a railway. And him and the cargo train are going to collide.
On a collision course.
And they're on a collision course. And when the both of them collide,
is the cargo train that's going back?
Cargo train must go back.
Must go back.
That's what it is.
Like, the force of your will.
Of your will.
Must be enough. You are like, my will be done.
Yes.
That is what it takes to live a truly extraordinary life.
Yeah.
Guys, I know it hurts. I've experienced the kind of heartbreak. No, there are stories Amara cannot share. There are stories I cannot share. Because,
oh my God.
Love it.
We'll compare results in the future.
So that's just the thing, guys. Take it easy. Hang in there. You worked on something.
Take it easy.
And while I hear the sentiment of I don't want to explain, if you feel no evidence, I hear that. I do hear that. But something that nobody can measure but you is the strength of character you build in truly working on something and nothing fails. Nobody can take away that strength of character from you.
Yes.
Think about the founder of Starbucks that they said went to go and pitch 260 times.
Yeah.
If anybody tells that man no in his life again, do you think he's going to Bro?
It's part of the reason why, like, I mean, both of us actively are taking this journey to wanting to learn sales very seriously.
Yeah.
Because in sales, no is what you hear.
No is breakfast.
Breakfast is no.
Breakfast.
You can start your day by asking, bro, how many no's have you heard?
You understand? Like, you're like, I'm like, you don't chop breakfast.
Oh God.
So,
But yeah, the strength of character,
the
bro.
strength of character that
Strength
is
of character.
built. The Bonner boy that said that he cannot take it from you.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
I know what he's saying. Says I hear it.
Yeah.
You really can't start explaining. But if you really put your mind, the strength of character that thing builds in you. So it's for the next thing.
And guys, I think we can wrap this up by saying it is not over till you win.
That's it. That's the mentality you have to have.
If you haven't won,
if you have not won, it's not over. The scoreboard doesn't wind down.
Yes.
All the extra time that you need to add will be added.
Yes.
Till
extra time will be added.
win.
Yes.
Your will be done. You will get what you want it to be. Is yours.
Yeah.
It's yours.
I keep saying it's not a function of if.
It's a function of when.
So guys, we hope this encourages you.
Guys, please be very, very encouraged. It's literally a little past the middle of the year. I know those of us that would have been working on goals actively.
Yeah.
And things haven't fallen through. You've gotten no upon, and you did everything you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Move on.
Move on. Keep building.
Keep building. Let's get it going.
Keep building.
Like, get ginger. Let's get it going. We are rooting for you.
We are rooting for you.
We are rooting for you so much. Disappointments, heartbreaks, discouragements.
Yeah.
We will experience them.
Yeah.
We hope not as much, but they happen.
Yeah.
But it's what tests, like what Amara said, scripture says, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small and you are strong.
Yeah.
That failure, it's not even if I can't even say it's a failure. Failure by the standards of, you didn't get what you wanted to get, that's the way you wanted to get it. That's what I mean by a failure. Right? The thing you wanted not happening for you, but you still put it in the work.
The stepping stone.
Bro.
It just becomes a stepping stone.
It builds character.
Yeah. So guys,
we realized that this was a more mellow. I was about to say that. But guys, be encouraged.
Be encouraged.
Be encouraged. It will work out.
It will.
It will work out.
It will.
That job, that life, that relationship, that career, that startup, that business that Nigeria is doing anyhow right now.
Yeah.
It will work out.
Yeah.
It will work out. Be encouraged, guys.
And we'll see you in the next one.
In the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.